I've always loved mornings at school. The smell of chalk, the soft chatter of little feet running to class, the way children hug you without asking. I teach second grade. It's the age where their eyes are still full of wonder, but their hearts, they feel everything. One of my students, Mia, was like that. Curious, sweet, always drawing suns with smiling faces, always hugging me before she left. And every morning, her mother, Anna, would bring her to school. Anna was elegant, not in a showy way, but the kind of woman who always looked put together, even in a plain white shirt. She smiled at me every morning. "Good morning, Miss Elise. Thank you for everything you do. Hope you're not too tired today." Always gentle, always warm. She once brought me tea on a cold day, said I looked pale. I thanked her. At the time I thought, what a kind woman. I didn't know she would one day be the reason I stopped smiling at mornings. My husband, Mark, and I had been going through a quiet season. You know the kind, not yelling, not fighting, but the space between us, it felt larger than the bed we shared. He worked in event production, so long nights, weekend gigs, travel here and there. I trusted him because he wasn't the cheating type. He wasn't dramatic. He wasn't dangerous. He was quiet, responsible, predictable. So when he started coming home later, I thought it was work. When he stopped texting during the day, I thought he was busy. When he seemed distracted at dinner, I thought he was tired. And when he smiled a little too softly when I said Mia's name, I didn't think anything. I should have. The first sign came in the form of a child's drawing. Mia gave it to me after class. It was simple. 2 stick figures holding hands. A girl, a man above them. My mom and Mr. Mark. My chest tightened. I smiled and asked, "Is that your dad?" She giggled. "No, Mommy says he's special." I laughed lightly. But something in me didn't. That night, I looked at my husband longer than usual. He didn't notice. He was smiling at his phone. The screen glowed in the dark. He turned it face down when I walked by. I didn't ask, because sometimes we don't ask, not because we don't want to know, but because we already do. The truth came in pieces. A text I wasn't meant to see. A receipt from a place we'd never been. A photo in a child's notebook. Her arms around him. His smile, the soft one I hadn't seen in months. Not meant for me. It was her. Anna, the woman who smiled at me every morning. The mother of my student. The one who brought me tea. one who said, "I hope you're not too tired." She knew. She looked into my eyes every morning, and she knew I didn't scream, didn't throw things, didn't demand answers. Instead, I sat on the floor of my classroom long after the students had left, holding Mia's drawing in my hand. I cried, not just for the betrayal, but for the quietness of it, for the way it snuck into my life, dressed as kindness. I didn't confront her, but the next day, when she smiled at me, I didn't smile back. She looked surprised. Then she looked away. Mark didn't fight when I left. He said nothing. Sometimes silence tells the whole story. Months passed. I stopped looking at every mother as a threat. I stopped checking old texts, stopped replaying conversations. But I didn't forget. I didn't forget the betrayal that wore perfume and carried a child's backpack. I didn't forget how some people can walk into your life through the front door and leave through the back, taking pieces of you with them. Now I still teach. I still greet children with a smile, still tie shoelaces, still read stories in funny voices. But when someone new says, "Thank you for taking care of my child," I nod, and I remind myself, kindness is not always honesty. Warmth is not always truth, and betrayal often comes with a smile. But healing comes from within. And even after all that, I still believe in love, in good people, in new mornings. Just not every morning begins with trust. Some begin with courage,